Hello everybody, and it is time to make some pork jerky. So first off, what we got here is the cooked pork. Thank you to Triple D Grilling and Events for cooking a pork. Loin roast, bone in. It was about 5.5 pounds. There's only one meat eater at the house, so I've got two leftover marinades that have been going for 2 days. This one is the rendering of the pork fat with Worcestershire and a little bit of olive oil. This one is the exact same thing except Worcestershire, it's got soy. It'll give them a little bit different flavor. I'm going to have to eat them for a while, so this will go on at the end. I like to add some heat, and I'm going to use this Watts hot and spicy seasoned salt. Hot and spicy seasoned salt. I've learned from dehydration, don't try to get it hot in the marinade. Hit it with the salt at the end. Much more efficient. Saves you a lot of money, and nobody needs to go to the store for anything. So the first thing I'm going to do is lay my layer. Just a single layer. This is an Open Country Sportsman Kitchen, it's called. I am wearing this mask just to try to do it, and right now it is basically resting on my eye, so this is not comfortable. But it gives you some idea if you were handling food during this time what you'd have to do. I'm basically doing this with one eye closed right now. Super annoying. But anyway, I'm running the rest of the meat through the juice and getting it marinated up. Notice I just had one hand in the sauce to keep it clean, and then that's a layer for me. Place that back down. I grabbed the interior of this, so I never touch the outside. It helps keep it cleaner for handling. And then I'm going to use that same one and finish off this layer. Now there's going to be little bits in there, and there's a lot of juice. This was already cooked, so I thickened up the juice and cooked it more. Everything I'm handling is cooked already. It's pork, so there really is no worry. But that is flavor, and putting it on this so heavy on this layer, a little drips down to the other layer, but hopefully that'll make a glaze. I still got some room, so I'm going to go to the other kind. This I cut a little thicker. There's some pieces here that I'm not going to make jerky out of because I'm going to actually just eat them. You can see a noticeable color difference. And these have the chunks of garlic you can actually see inside of it. It's almost like a, one of those pork heads or whatever you order at that lunch meat with that tongue floating around in it. So anyway, we got that done. I'm going to open up the sauce. Yeah, I'm just going to slime it up. I'll wash it later. And then I'm going to hit it with the salt. Now I did leave kind of a control one down there because I know the stuff's hot. I know the guy that makes it, and I've used it quite a bit. And I'm playing a guessing game on how much heat is the right amount here. Again, we're hitting another layer. These bigger pieces that are a little thicker, I'm probably going to pull out and eat those. But we got some really good thin slices. The thinner the better. I'm going to save that for lunch. Here's another obvious lunch piece deliberately saved by me. This is the tenderloin of the pork. I kept that big chunk for me. And then these have a little more fat on them, and I want them to be like a pull apart type of a jerky, so that came from the other side by the bone, just like a peel out. Again, we're going to hit that with the hot sauce. Now I can go up to 8 layers on this thing. I bought extra layers to do that, and this is going to go on the dehydrator for about an hour. And at that point, we're going to rotate the lids, take the top one off, bring the bottom one to the top, and just do a restacking of them, and then put them back on. We're also going to check to make sure they're not sticking to the tray, because if they are, then I'm going to flip them. If not, I'll set the timer for another hour, do the same check again, and flip them. Depending on the humidity, probably about 5 or 6 hours this will be done. And then I'm going to vacuum seal and freeze it so that if I need to give it to someone later or I want to take it to lunch, I can wipe down the bag on the outside. I know that I did it safely so that nobody, you know, to minimize anything that might have occurred, and it'll be, you know, good protein later. I'm going to stand back here. Cheers. I'd like to thank Alter for Sweater Wetter. It's a beautiful, beautiful porter. They'd actually be mad. It's an oatmeal stout. I'm proud to be an American, where at least I know I'm free.